Which way is the common room?
Must be different. Starting off.
It's that new 5th year.
They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon form, like that poor man from the ministry.
She gets bolder every year. The professor could arrive any moment. Oh, perhaps I should... I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Don't worry, we'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, I'm just going to keep...
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year. And even then, I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Is it really that?
Oh, yes. And if you don't... Once, I tried to...
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day. Don't fall off this time, Nelly. Stay.
It'll be the next butterbeer. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello. You're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Is it true that someone from the
Oh, yes.
Oh, didn't mean to pry.
Thank you, Gareth. So...
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And...
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and...
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Nelly'll do anything for a thrill. The professor could arrive any moment. Shame you weren't born with wings. If I get caught, I shan't. I'm sure you've used them.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it how... Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower. From the outside.
Goodness.
I'm Nelly, by the way. Nelly Ogspire. I've heard...
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't... Anyway, you've said...
I take it...
But... with...
What exactly...
Most of us arrive via train or boat. Not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I'd imagine most students have never...
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready.
I've been dreaming of this day.
Well, you are here. Now, in light of your unique situation, especially as you'll be
OWLs? Gals?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. After much discussion with the headmaster. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer. Walk with me and we shall put... This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan.
Can you tell me more?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required. Fortunately,
You mentioned
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home. You will also...
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up...
Exploring ruins? Well... Speak of the devil, Professor Fig.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided...
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor.
Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself.
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use and invaluable to me.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended, and we'll see if we can't.
I can't believe Black is still headmaster. He obviously hates the job.
It's good.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley?
She caught me off guard. I will say, I think she suspects...
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will, and she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, happily, you have the benefit of an exception. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more info. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may...
Our stout hearts with joy.
Stupefy! Is that all you've got?
Yeah.
Come on! Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt. So, now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
I know.
Protego. Those things. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone...
It was certainly good
practice. It felt more like I didn't expect a new student to be... Then again, perhaps this...
I've dueled enough. Consider...
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an... You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain
exclusive and...
Excellent. If you want to get the most out of your time, whether it's joining a secret duel, you just have to be...
Thank you, Sebastian.
Good. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I couldn't agree more. Ugh. What am I missing?
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do.
Are there any other empty paintings like that?
Yes, a few. If I can work out the riddle of this one.
If I have the time, I may...
I've been racking my... Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Lumos! That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
I've been collecting chips.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
Doxy eggs as well, but sure.
Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
I like sitting around the fire
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Well, I woke up to one.
Was it 2
I've
pinches
always
of
said
Angelica?
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and... your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. Splendid! Excellent control there. That's it! good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go!
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Splendid!
Watch this.
Happens to the best of us.
Let us see this. There we go.
Accio.
Nicely done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go!
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Watch this. Oh no. Be sharp. Oh dear me.
Accio.
Very good. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must. Took me weeks to become Took weeks for me to get.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
I transferred here from Ouagadougou. My mother, before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking.
And with you. I think Professor Rono. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio.
A word, if you would.
If you're so
You
inclined.
wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did.
Well, an outdoor...
What charm is there in the You did well, managing to best...
Thank you, Professor.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that... Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the... Expect to hear from me soon?
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone... Hope your first day's going well.
I've been for...
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Booth.
I should ship it. The boy says you're telling lies.
I could spend...
I wish Hogwarts would teach us how to become animagi.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you. Now, regarding the trip to Hog, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds.
Thank you, Professor.
You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand.
Can you tell me more?
J. Pippin's potions stocks. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand.
I've never heard of a spell.
A spellcraft is... I shall explain more about them.
There's an Ollivanders in Hog...
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a... I would trust no...
I'm eager...
Very well. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed...
I'd like to go with
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow, he'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavoury local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished, Professor... No time to waste.